Spend a few moments on the rocky coastline or the winding trails of Point Lobos, and it quickly becomes clear how it earned the title Crown Jewel of the California Park System. Squeezed into this relatively small area is an astounding amount of diversity. Point Lobos awakens the senses with the salty spray of crashing waves, fields of billowing wildflowers, and ancient twisting trees. Human activity around Point Lobos over the past 200 years has been almost as diverse as the variety of plant and animal life we find here today. The area was once base camp for abalone harvesters. Exploring today, we often find the luminous shell fragments so sought after in days gone by. Chinese immigrants settled here, creating villages in the 1850s and quickly becoming the area's most intrepid abalone fishermen. We can step into a piece of history by visiting the Whalers Cabin Museum. The structure was built by those early Chinese settlers and now houses artifacts from the area and chronicles its colourful past. Portuguese fishermen created the Carmel Bay Whaling Company and hunted the mammoth creatures for over 20 years in the late 1800s. We can also view the remnants of their labour at the Whalers Cabin Museum. Point Lobos also served in the mid to late 1800s as a coal mining site. Ore carts once rolled the raw material down a path, now what is now Highway 1. Trading harpoons and nets for radar equipment and anti-aircraft guns, Point Lobos became part of the United States Army's Coastal Defense Squad. Soldiers here watched for enemy ships on the horizon and trained for amphibious landings on the coastline. When the area's coal mining activities dried up, 1,000 lots were sold and developed into what became known as Carmelito. After purchasing some of the land in the late 1890s, Alexander Allen became convinced that the area's natural beauty needed to be conserved. He continued to acquire land and became devoted to its preservation. In 1933, the state of California purchased much of the land from the Allen family and dedicated 15 acres of beautiful cypress-covered land to its ultimate admirer. Today, its unique ecological properties have earned it a protected status. It was the nation's first marine sanctuary and is, to date, its largest. The natural beauty of Point Lobos has always attracted and inspired artists. Through the years, dozens of films have used the area to dramatic effect. Multitudes of land and sea animals call Point Lobos home. Below the surface of the crashing sea lies a whole different world of plants and animals. The amount of diversity is astounding, from its giant kelp forest to the otters that call it home. The underwater experience here is beyond description. Divers come from far and wide to explore the waters here at the nation's first underwater reserve. But you don't have to suit up and dive in to get an idea of what's under the water. This 3D model of the reserve enables everyone to take the plunge. Truly a living monument, the park is at once a calming and exhilarating experience. Winter, spring, summer and fall, Point Lobos holds unique treasures waiting to be discovered.